What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Halo Infinite video. And it's been a hot minute, but there is some exciting news we got to talk about. We do got to talk about Halo Infinite co-op campaign arriving later this year. And then we just got to talk about the state of Halo Infinite, the future of Halo Infinite. There's a lot we got to cover in this video, so we're going to break it all down. But Sweaty Sack Summer is approaching, and it's time for you to get that ball comfort. Manscaped has spent 2 years designing the most comfortable boxer briefs that just exist anywhere in the entire world. If you're gonna invest in anything, you gotta invest in those balls of steel of yours. Now, Manscaped sent us an all-new package that includes things like the deodorant and body wash, and even this really fucking good lip balm. I'm serious. You can get the Performance Package 4.0 that comes with waterproof shavers and trimmers. And here's the thing, I'm gonna be real with you guys for a second. It's super easy for you to just neglect your physical and mental health. As guys, it happens all too often. But really, if you're not physically feeling good, you're not gonna mentally feel good as well. And Manscaped has everything you need so that you're at the tip top of your game. Use code HALO at the Manscaped checkout for 20% off your order and free shipping. Go check it out right now in the links down below. Now we're gonna jump right into some Halo news. Now, Halo Infinite has been having a pretty rocky time. The last time we made a video on Halo Infinite, it was pretty negative, and overall, the entire community has been very negative about Halo, but ultimately, we love this franchise, we see its potential, and we hope it goes on the right path. And one of the big things that players have been asking for is co-op campaign, which is set to arrive in the flights as a beta in July. So next month, we're gonna be able to play co-op campaign finally. Now, it's unfortunate that we've had to wait this long, but honestly, the co-op campaign is gonna be a blast to play. I can't wait to go through the campaign and play with a friend. That's something that I really have been wanting to do since the start, and I'm really excited. Now, ultimately, is this enough to bring people back into Halo and start them on their grind in Halo Infinite? Probably not. It's gonna bring some people that are interested in playing the co-op campaign, but it's not enough to reignite the game, and we've talked about it on this channel before, but until Forge comes out, in my opinion, the full-on Halo Infinite comeback is not gonna happen. Doesn't mean that there aren't players that play the game and like the game and want to play it a lot, but as far as the mainstream popularity is concerned, we need Forge for the replayability, the casual environment, and honestly, I know for a fact I could freaking throw together like 10 of my friends and we play on a Forge custom game day. Like out of nowhere, across the board, it would just be the best thing ever. Now, we did see a timeline a while back that said that Forge was not even going to be released until September. Now, we don't know if that's the case, but if it is, that's still a very long time off. But I think that at this point, 343 realizes that it's gonna be, you know, a slow slog, right? It's not like they're going to, you know, all of a sudden get back on track and start pumping out content. No, what it's gonna be is there's gonna be a pretty big gap with some of these slow changes like co-op campaign. And then eventually down the line, they're going to drop some of the heavy hitters. This includes things like really big changes to ranked, like new game modes or fundamental changes. This includes things like a Forge mode and, of course, the Battle Royale mode with certain affinity. I'm actually interested in what the Battle Royale mode is going to look like. I know it's being made by a separate developer. And is it going to be something that is just being thrown into the game created by the second developer? Is it going to be a second add-on? I'm not entirely sure what it's going to look like. And honestly, it's looking like they're going to use these big things like Forge and Battle Royale as the selling points to bring people back in the game. Now, I know a lot of you might be upset about this. You just might be upset or fed up with 343 altogether. And for the most part, I get it. I mean, between the TV show that I went on a giant rant on, I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to pretend it never existed. Between the lack of content that we're just not getting very much. I mean, we're getting little bits here and there, but co-op campaign is coming now when it really should have been there at launch. I mean, co-op campaign is something that is just Halo. Like, you need it. Like, I don't really get releasing Halo without it, but, you know, they did. They released Halo in a very unfinished product, and we are still not to the point where Halo is a complete game, but it's looking like around the time that Forge drops, most of the big problems in Halo are going to get solved. A lot of new content is going to come down the pipeline, And many of you should probably just take a break. If you are really fed up and pissed off at Halo, you're not interested right now in playing the game, or you're frustrated with the lack of content in the game, take a big break. Take a break now and then come back in like 6 months, or between now and September when Forge drops. There'll be a lot then. And then the Battle Royale mode will be on the horizon. You might not even be interested, but at least there'll be more and new content in the game, right? That's better than nothing. And I know I'm making a lot of excuses for Halo, but I think it comes down to the fact that I've, you know, kind of made a million videos just shitting on 343 and Halo and the Halo franchise, just being pissed off. And we've had to basically downgrade this channel to where we hardly post on this channel anymore because it's not sustainable anymore. There's not enough people that are interested in Halo. I mean, people are barely interested in Halo news, but no one is interested in Halo guides. Like, how can you push getting better at a game that no one is trying to even play? Like, it's pretty fucking hard. And that also brings us to another point where a lot of people are kind of pissed off that 343 is pushing the esports side of Halo when the casual and the regular side of Halo is like being neglected. And I don't really understand how devs keep missing this, because they did this in Overwatch, they're doing it in Halo, and they've done it in a number of different games. You cannot force esports through. You can't do it. You can't just artificially just boom, release a game and then, hey, we have all this esports events, boom, we're going full force into the esports. No. Esports starts from the bottom down. You make a really solid game that is very fun from a casual level. And then you have a ton of people that play it and love it. And then from there, you have a separate mode that is ranked, and you make ranked really clean and nice, and people love that and they want to get good at that. And so people are trying to improve, they're watching guides, they're trying to get better. Then you create a pro scene. So now all the people that play ranked are like, hey, let's watch the best players in the world so we can admire their skills, and maybe we want to be them one day, or we just like to really watch them do all the things that we can't do, whatever the case may be. And then that slowly grows, and eventually you can start investing into big things, and you have all these people interested, right? It's like a funnel from the bottom, the casual, the people that are playing the game on the ground level, through ranked, through like tier 3, tier 2 esports, to tier 1 esports, and it's like a funnel, right? But if you just skip all that, if you neglect the casual people and you neglect the ranked players, and you just have this esports tournaments like left to right and center, all these events, no one cares. No one cares about it, right? And I'm not saying that it's not great. I've been watching it myself and I actually like it, but I'm someone who is very competitive minded and esports minded. Like I watch almost every FPS esport, even games I don't play. Like I don't play Fortnite at all, I watch their damn esport. I don't play Apex all that much, I watch that esport. But for the majority of people, they're not gonna be that interested unless they have a lot of history in Halo esports watching it, or they just really like esports in general. But if you did it the right way, where you're trying to build a really strong baseline and then funnel people up and into the esport, then there would be a lot more people interested. I feel like Halo really just jumped the gun in a lot of things. Like, think about the fact that like on release, they had all these crazy plans with esports, like a huge season, like a year of esports events all lined up, all set up in advance. And then the game released in that state and everyone was pissed. Like, it's like they didn't even know that their game wasn't complete. I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe they were just a lot of pressure to push things along. But regardless, I do think that Halo has a really great future in esports, but it's gonna come many, many years down the line. And it's gonna depend on whether or not 343, Halo Infinite, Microsoft continue to develop this game for the long haul. Because it's not even looking like the game is gonna be in a good state until like September when Forge releases. And then even past that, when the Battle Royale releases, we'll bring people back. And then past that, we can finally have that baseline of people just loving the game, playing the game a fuck ton, then ranked being polished, and then people being interested in the esports. So it's gonna be a while, right? It's gonna be a long time. But I really want to pass the question off to you. How do you feel about Halo esports? How do you feel about the state of the game? How do you feel about co-op campaign finally coming out? Are you happy, sad, and just how have you been playing the game? Have you been enjoying the game? What do you think really needs to be done about the game right now? And what big problems are you running into? I want to hear all about that. I miss you guys.